Some people live their entire lives following the rules society sets for them. They stay in their lane. They never challenge the norm. They never dare to dream beyond what they've been told is possible. But not you. You were born different. You were called to disrupt. Fire, you were chosen. Your very presence is a challenge to the world around you. Not because you try to be difficult. Not because you seek attention. But because the way you move, the way you think, the way you refuse to settle, light bulb, it reminds others of what they could have been, had they not given up on themselves. That is why people react the way they do when they see you rise. That is why some admire you, and others resent you. That is why your confidence unsettles them, because it forces them to confront their own self-doubt. You are living proof that there is another way. Fire, you are the evidence that fear is a choice. Fire, you are the reminder that limits are illusions. Fire, you are the proof that the only thing holding them back is themselves. And that truth? It terrifies them. Being chosen is not easy. It is not glamorous. It is not for the weak-hearted. Fire, it is lonely. Because the path of the chosen is not crowded. Few are willing to walk the road you are walking. Few are willing to pay the price that true elevation requires. At first, you may wonder, why does it feel like I'm walking alone? Fire, because not everyone is built to go where you are going. Some started with you, but they fell behind when the journey got tough. Some supported you in the beginning, but they could not handle your transformation. Some called themselves your friends, but their loyalty ended when your growth reminded them of their stagnation. Light bulb, you did not lose them, they lost you. Fire, because your vision is bigger. Fire, because your purpose is greater. Fire, because the higher you rise, the thinner the air gets, and not everyone is built to breathe at that level. This solitude? It is not a punishment, it is preparation. Because the strongest warriors are not trained in comfort. Because the sharpest minds are not built in ease. Fire, because the chosen are refined in the fire of isolation. But here's the truth they don't tell you, your loneliness is temporary. There are others like you. There are others walking this path. There are others who refuse to settle, just like you. And as you continue to rise, you will find them. Fire, because the chosen always find their own. You do not exist to fit into the system. You do not exist to play by rules that were designed to keep you small. Fire, you exist to shake the foundation of everything that limits people. People will call you reckless. People will say you are unrealistic. People will tell you to lower your expectations. Fire, because your refusal to settle makes them uncomfortable. Police car light, they want you to play it safe, because that justifies their own fear. Police car light, they want you to give up, because that proves they were right to give up, too. Police car light, they want you to doubt yourself, because if you succeed, they have no more excuses for why they didn't. But let me remind you of something, light bulb, you do not need their permission to be great. Fire, you were never meant to follow their path. Fire, you were never meant to think like the rest. Fire, you were never meant to shrink yourself just to make others feel comfortable. They say you are too much. Too intense. Too different. Too ambitious. Good. Fire, because people who change the world are never just enough. You were made to stand out. You were made to challenge the norm. You were made to show the world that what they call impossible is just another excuse. Light bulb, and that is why they fear you. There are two types of people in this world, police car light, those who accept what they are given. Rocket, and those who take what was meant for them. You are part of the second group. The rare ones. The bold ones. The ones who refuse to live a life that is anything less than extraordinary. And no matter how much they try to ignore you, light bulb, they can't. Because you do not blend in. Because your presence is too strong. Because even when they don't want to acknowledge you, fire, your existence forces them to. They may call you crazy today. They may laugh at your dreams. They may doubt you at every step. Fire, but one day, they will look back and realize, fire, you were never the crazy one. Fire, you were the one who saw the truth before anyone else. And in that moment, light bulb, they will finally understand why you were chosen. Rocket, you are unstoppable. Fire, you are undeniable. Light bulb, you are chosen. Comment below, I am chosen. I am different. Being chosen is not easy, it is not convenient, it is not for those who seek comfort. Fire, it is for those willing to walk alone. Loneliness is not your enemy, it is your training ground. You were never meant to blend in, you were never meant to follow the crowd, and because of that, few will walk this journey with you. Some people started with you, but when the path became steep, they fell behind. When the pressure increased, they gave up. When the cost of elevation became too high, they chose to stay where they were. Light bulb, not because they were bad people, but because they weren't built for this level. The higher you climb, the thinner the air gets. Not everyone is equipped to breathe where you are going. This is why your circle has become smaller. This is why people have walked away. This is why certain friendships no longer feel aligned. Fire, because your path is different. Strength is not built in front of an audience. Fire strength is forged in the silence. Fire strength is built in the moments when no one is cheering for you. Fire strength is created when you keep moving forward, even when no one understands why. Most people crave connection more than they crave growth, but not you. You have learned something that most people never do. Light bulb, not all company is good company. Police car light, some people drain your energy instead of fueling it. Police car light, some people project their fears onto you instead of supporting your faith. Police car light, some people try to make you doubt yourself, not because they hate you, but because they do not believe in themselves. Their vision is too small. Their mindset is too limited. They cannot see beyond their own fears. Light bulb, they see walls where you see doors. Light bulb, they see obstacles where you see opportunities. Light bulb, they see failure where you see faith. And because of that, fire, they will question you. Fire, they will try to hold you back. Fire, they will make you feel like you are crazy for believing in something bigger. But here's the truth. Light bulb, you are not crazy. Light bulb, you are not wrong. Light bulb, you are just playing at a level they cannot comprehend. And that is why you must walk alone. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will believe in your vision. Not everyone will support the changes you are making. Fire, and that is okay. Because elevation requires separation. Because growth requires sacrifice. Because purpose requires you to leave behind anything that is not aligned with your destiny. You do not walk alone because you are unworthy of connection. Fire, you walk alone because your destiny demands it. Some people were only meant to walk with you for a season. Some people were only meant to be part of the beginning of your journey. Some people were never meant to go where you are going. Light bulb, and that is why they left. They could not handle the weight of this calling. They could not handle the cost of this path. They could not handle the intensity of the fire that is shaping you. Fire, but you? You were built for this. So yes, this road can feel lonely. Yes, there will be moments when you wish people understood you. Yes, there will be times when you wonder if the sacrifice is worth it. But in that solitude, something powerful happens. Fire, your focus sharpens. Fire, your instincts strengthen. Fire, your purpose becomes undeniable. Because solitude is not emptiness, it is freedom. Rocket, freedom from expectations. Rocket, freedom from judgment. Rocket, freedom to grow into the person you were always meant to be. Yes, the path of the chosen is lonely, but that loneliness is not a curse. It is a calling, because the view from the top is not for everyone. Because the mountain was never meant to be crowded, because the higher you go, the fewer people can go with you. So if you feel alone, remember this: fire, you are not alone. Fire, you are not abandoned. Fire, you are just walking the path of those who are truly set apart. And when you reach the top, light bulb, you will realize that every step, every sacrifice, every lonely night was worth it. Rocket, because you were never meant to stay where you started. Fire, you were always meant to rise. You do not just live in the world. Fire, you shake it. You do not need to try. You do not need to force it. Fire, your existence alone disrupts the system. Most people follow unspoken rules. Police car light, blend in. Police car light, play it safe. Police car light, don't aim too high. But you break those rules. Just by existing, light bulb, you are proof that limits are self-imposed. Fire, your ambition challenges their fear. Fire, your confidence threatens their doubts. Fire, your growth disrupts their excuses. They want to believe that life is predictable, that there is a set path everyone must follow, that stepping outside the lines will only lead to failure. But then they see you. You do not wait for permission. You do not follow their script. Fire, you move differently, and that terrifies them. You do not seek validation. You do not beg to be noticed. Fire, yet your presence is impossible to ignore. Police car light, when you enter a room, energy shifts. Police car light, when you speak, people listen. Police car light, when you move, people pay attention. Why? Because people can feel when someone has broken free. People see you taking risks they were too afraid to take. They watch you chase goals they convinced themselves were impossible. They witness your growth, and instead of being inspired, many feel exposed. Because if you can break free, fire, then what does that say about them? They could have done more. They could have taken risks. They could have built the life they once dreamed of. Light bulb, but they didn't. And that truth, fire, it is too uncomfortable for most to face. So instead of celebrating you, police car light, they criticize you. Police car light, they push back. Police car light, they resist you, not because you are wrong, fire, but because you make them question everything they have settled for. And that light bulb, that makes you unstoppable. Fire, you are living proof that fear is a choice. Fire, you are evidence that limits are self-imposed. Fire, you are the reality that the impossible is only impossible until someone does it. And that is something most people are not ready to accept, because the moment they admit you are right, fire, they must admit they have been wrong. They must admit they held themselves back. They must admit they believed in limits that never existed. They must admit that everything they told themselves about life was a lie. Police car light, and that is too painful for most people to handle. So instead, they turn on you. They dismiss you. They downplay your success. They call you police car light, lucky, police car light, arrogant, police car light, delusional. Fire, because it is easier to mock you than to face the truth. Light bulb, but here's what they don't realize. The more they try to silence you, the louder your success becomes. The more they try to tear you down, the stronger you rise. The more they try to deny your power, the more undeniable you become. Because truth does not need to be accepted to be real. Fire, it just is. You were not made to be like everyone else. You were not created to follow their blueprint. Fire, you were designed to lead. Police car light, they want you to play by their rules. Police car light, they want you to fit inside their small world. Police car light, they want you to stop growing so they can feel comfortable. Fire, but you are not here to make them comfortable. You are here to disrupt. You are here to break cycles. You are here to prove that there is more. And no matter how much they try to resist you, light bulb, they cannot stop you. Because you are not moving on their timeline. Because you are not playing their game. Fire, because your destiny is bigger than their opinions. They can call you crazy today, but tomorrow? They will call you a visionary. Fire, because the only thing that separates genius from insanity is time. And your time, light bulb, it is now. When you rise, you do not just change your own life. Fire, you change the lives of everyone around you. Your growth does not happen in isolation. Your success does not exist in a vacuum. Light bulb, you are setting a new standard. Some will see it as inspiration. Rocket, they will look at your journey and realize they, too, can break free. Rocket, they will feel something awaken inside them, the courage to dream again. Rocket, they will take action because you have shown them what is possible. Some will see it as betrayal. Police car light, they will accuse you of changing. Police car light, they will say you forgot where you came from. Police car light, they will act as if your growth is an attack on them, because deep down, they fear being left behind. Some will see it as a challenge. Fire, they will feel the pressure to prove themselves. Fire, they will try to outshine you, not realizing there is room for everyone to win. Fire, they will compete with you, not understanding that your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Police car light, some will celebrate you. Police car light, some will resent you. Police car light, some will try to bring you down. But none of that matters, because you did not come here for their approval. Fire, you came here to rise. Light bulb, let them doubt you. Light bulb, let them resist you. Light bulb, let them call you crazy, until they call you genius. Police car light, they called the Wright brothers insane before the first flight. Police car light, they mocked Edison before the light bulb. Police car light, they laughed at Steve Jobs before Apple changed the world. Fire, you are in good company. At first, they will criticize you. Then, they will question you. And finally, they will try to learn from you. Because the truth always wins. Fire, and the truth is, you were right to believe in yourself. When you break barriers, you carry the weight of proving it can be done. Fire, you are the blueprint. You are walking a road that many fear to take. You are stepping into a future that others cannot yet see. Light bulb, you are the evidence that limits are meant to be shattered. Rocket, you are the first in your family to break generational cycles. Rocket, you are the first in your community to step into new levels of success. Rocket, you are the first in your circle to refuse mediocrity. That is why the resistance is strong. That is why the doubt is loud. That is why the path feels heavy. Fire, because you are clearing the way for those who will follow. And once you do it, there will be no more excuses for those who come after you. They will see that it was always possible, because you proved it. Police car light, some will try to pull you back to who you used to be. Police car light, some will try to slow you down with doubt and negativity. Police car light, some will wait for you to fail, just so they can say, "I told you so." Ignore them. Fire, keep moving forward. Fire, keep proving them wrong. Fire, keep showing up, day after day, until success is undeniable, because the only thing that separates vision from reality, light bulb time, and your time, fire, it is now.